and people they may otherwise never have the chance to meet. John Gordon's book, The No Complaining Rule, is an anecdote of a woman at a company whose employees are unhappy, and she has a potential cancer diagnosis hanging over her head, and her husband recently left her, and she's got 2 teenage kids. And in chapter 6, she says to her daughter, "Don't be such a complainer. You sound like the people I work with." And the daughter responds, "Complainer? Complainer? You're calling me a complainer? All you do is complain. You walk in the door and you complain about your job. You complain about the people complaining to you. Then you get on the phone with Grandma and Aunt Pam and you complain to them for most of the night. All you do is talk about how bad life is." We've probably all had similar conversations with people in our lives where somebody calls us out on, we've called them something and they say, "What are you talking about? You do this. You can't call me out on that when you do this." In this case, it's complaining. This is our week on language. So I want to acknowledge how complaining sounds. The words often draw comparisons that steal our joy. We draw on past experiences, which were better. We blame others for our circumstances. Oh, geez, man, our schedule is so tough. Our AD didn't give us a break this year. Oh man, those officials, man, they were barely getting up and down the field. How are they going to see and play the call the plays? Oh man, like that bus ride, geez, we were out here in the rain and we were delayed and one of my kids had to get extra help, so we couldn't leave till later. Man, then your kid complains about their playing time, or your player complains about the weather, or your player complains about how their cleats are fitting. We can't call them out on that if we're the ones complaining. They hear that and see that from us, and we're examples all the time. So, how do we fix it? This is a good concept. Have your players listen for complaints and have them call one another out when they do it. And that's going to take some guts and some courage and some leadership on your part. When you hear somebody complain, hey, how can we fix it? If we're going to complain about something, let's offer a solution instead of complaining about it. You can put together like a coalition every couple of days of the complaint police. And every time they hear a complaint, you can have them do something simple, make a siren motion and go, wee woo, wee woo. Stop complaining. How are we going to fix it? And just becoming aware of how it sounds is the first step to starting to fix it. Then we start to fix it by saying, all right, how do we, what are some solutions to this thing that I'm unhappy about? There's a time and a place, of course, for venting, and we have to let it out. And on our teams, that's privately to the captains or the coaches or mom or dad or shoot, the dog will listen to you complain. The complaints shouldn't happen in the locker room where people can build and let them fester. So in that book, The No Complaining Rule, Gordon understands, yeah, people are going to vent. People are going to be unhappy. Let's do it in such a way that it can then be productive. I appreciate you. Thank you for spending some time with me today. Keep getting better every day.